guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this maroon look. So if you want to see how I got it, please keep watching. To prime my face, I'm using the Nivea Men Post Balm Shave Insensitive. When you first put this on your face, it's going to be a really creamy consistency, and you just want to keep rubbing it in until it gets sticky or tacky. And that's when you can put your makeup over it. For foundation, I'm using my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And my cheeks are still a little bit pink, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more. And then to set my foundation, I'm using MAC Studio Fix Powder and my e.l.f. Kabuki Brush. For my eyebrows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette, and I'm going to take the spoolie end and brush my brows. And the other side is just a roll up. To set my brows, I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in medium to dark. And to prime my eyes, I'm just going to use my concealer. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair. And I'm just going into my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and I'm just going to use the shade Porcelain right here, just to set the primer on my eyes. And in that same palette, I'm going to go into Goji, and I'm using an IT Cosmetics Airbrush crease brush. I'm going to put Goji into my crease and a little bit above it. And then going in circular motions, I'm just going to blend it out. And then in my Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to go into the shade Garnet right here, and I'm just using a flat brush. It's from the Naked palette, and I'm just going to put that on the outer half of my eye. I'm also going to put that on the inner portion of my eye. And then I'm going to connect the two sides in my crease. And then I'm going to go into my Carly Bible palette. I'm going to use this first highlight shade here, and I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to put that where I didn't put any of the garnet color. I'm just going to press that onto my eye. And then just going into the same brush that I put garnet on. And I'm just going back in with my crease brush. And I just want to darken up my crease a little bit more. So in the Lorac Mega palette, I'm just going to use the same brush that I put garnet on with, and I'm going to go into Cabernet. And I'm just going to put that directly in my crease. And then I'm going to go back in with the crease brush, and I'm just going to blend. And then one last time, I'm going to go into the highlight shade in the Carly Bible palette. And I'm not going to go back in and conceal my face. I'm still using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I'm going to put that in a triangle shape underneath my eye. And I'm going to go on my nose a little bit. I'm also going to put this on my forehead, down my nose, and below my lip. And then just using the other side of my Real Techniques sponge, I'm going to push my concealer in. And then we just want to quickly set it, so I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm using the shades Banana and Vanilla. I'm just going to put that directly under my eyes and then everywhere else that I used concealer. And then to contour, I'm going back into my contour kit, And I'm gonna go into the shade Fawn. And I'm just gonna put that right on my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna kind of blend it out so it's not such a harsh line. And I'm also gonna contour my nose. And then for bronzer, I'm going into my Too Faced bronzer in Milk Chocolate. And I am using an IT Cosmetics Airbrush foundation brush. And I'm also going to take the same bronzer and I'm going to put it on my temples. I'm also going to put it across the top of my forehead. For blush, I'm going into my NYX blush in Pinched, and I'm just using an angled brush. Now we're going to go back in and finish the eyes. So I'm just taking the crease brush that I used, and I didn't put any more product on it, and I'm just going to brush that underneath my eyes. And then I also want to take the brush that I did the outer part and the darker part of my crease with. And I'm also not putting any more product on it, and I'm just going to put that on the outer half of my eye. I don't want to bring it in too far. And I don't think I want to do any winged eyeliner. I may change my mind, but for now, I'm just going to go in with this Ulta Gel Eye Pencil. And I'm just going to put that right on my lash line. For my lashes, I'm using the Ardell Demi Lashes. And I'm just going to go back in and put some mascara on. I'm using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in black. I'm going to put that on the upper and lower lashes to help my real lashes blend in with the false ones. And for lips, I'm going to go in with my Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in Berry Smoothie. And I want it a little bit glossy, so I'm going to go in with the Gerard Cosmetics Candy Kiss Lip Gloss. Okay guys, so my camera cut off and stopped recording, so I went in with the Carly Weibel palette, and I just used the same shade that I put on the center of my eyes for my highlight. And then I just set it all with my NYX Matte Finishing Spray. And so this is the finished look. If you guys did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be posting a new video every week, but thank you so much for watching. Bye. I recommend them shampoo or conditioner. They're great to travel with because they're so small, so these are great. Next is the Redken Extreme Anti-Snap. It is a serum, and I put it in my hair when I get out of the shower.